was a kid who got really ill. So what did the dad do? He called all of the doctors of the community. Come, help me, my son is ill. Come and give him some ilaj. Tell me what medicine I can give him. I need my son to be cured. All of the top doctors, they came, nothing can be done. Nothing, this guy's on his last stages. Nothing can happen to this guy. It doesn't look like he's going to be able to get cured. He's only got a few moments left. So when the doctors had given this news, he decided now it's time to call Maulvi Sahib. Now it's time to call the Maulvi. So the Imam of the masjid has now come into the house. He sat down next to the bed and he starts, Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim, Allah, Allah, Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad. And every now and then he's doing this. He's doing dam. He's doing ruqya. What is he doing? Dam. He's doing ruqya. He's praying Quran. He's sending durood. He's doing the dhikr of Allah. And every now and then he's just doing ruqya. He's blowing on the ill child. And whilst the Maulvi Sahib is in the house next to the bed, remember all of the top doctors have been. A famous professor also was in the neighborhood. A famous professor. His name, Abu Ali Sinin. Maybe some of you have heard of him. A famous professor. He was invited to the house. So he also came to the house and he sat next to the Imam, next to the Maulvi Sahib, and he started looking at his blood pressure, taking sugar, whatever, checking his sugar levels, getting that thing, putting it in his ear, pressing his thing. We've got doctors here, mashallah. You guys know what they do on appointments. So he's checking everything. And whilst he's doing all of this, remember this guy's a top professor, Abu Ali Sinin. Google him. He's seeing the Maulvi Sahib blow on this kid. So he says to the Maulvi, what are you doing? Why are you blowing? You do know that when you are blowing, that air is just going in the sky. It's just going around in the room. How is it affecting this kid? What are you doing? You're wasting your time. You chip from here, let me do my job. Let me sort this kid out. The Imam Sahib, he just sat there. He didn't say anything. He just sat there, continued doing his dhikr, continued reading the Quran, continued sending durood, and every so often, he's just blowing on the child as a ruqya. A few moments has gone by, the doctor's doing his thing, the Imam is doing his thing, and suddenly the Imam goes to the professor, you're a dog. What did he say? You're a dog. In front of a full room of people who look up to this professor. He calls him a dog. The professor's quiet. But inside him, he's hurt. Somebody who is at a lower level than him, us Imams were nothing nowadays, are we? But somebody who's at a low level to this professor has called him a dog in front of a full room of people where they respect this professor. But the professor doesn't do anything. But he's hurt from inside. The Imam's still doing his thing, professor's doing his thing, and a few minutes later, the Imam says to the professor, you're a donkey. You're a donkey. Now this he's getting heated up. He can't take any of this any longer. He's thinking, if I don't say anything, this guy's going to carry on calling me things in front of this whole room, and my basti is going to get done. So the professor gets up and he says to the Imam, how dare you call me a dog? How dare you call me a donkey? So the Imam says to him, I thought whenever I'm saying something, it just goes in the air. I thought whenever I say something, it just goes with the flow, it just goes in the sky. Why? How have my words that just go in the air affect you? Remember what he said? When you say things that just go in the air. And that is when the Imams have taught him a lesson. He said, just by me calling you a dog and a donkey, look how it affected you. So how can it not be that when I am reading the Quran, when I am sending durood, when I am doing the dhikr of Allah, how can it not affect this ill person? Say subhanallah. This is the power of dhikr.